All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the drive-through. Here with a little geometry vid. 2000 and what year is it? 2019.
Yeah. Halloween.
Hungry? Oh, it is Halloween today. Stop by the deli. Get yourself a Halloween treat. I think we're giving out Three Musketeers, Milky Ways, and Snickers, and Kit Kats. Nothing but the good stuff. All right. So we're trying to prove that GJ is congruent to KH. Now notice, that already looks weird, because we're not going to be able to CPCTC our way there. But I think we can get to CPCTC there, right? And then if we add the same segment to two congruent segments, what's that called? Segment addition. So that's what the end's going to look like. Now let's look at what we're given and how we're going to prove these triangles congruent in order to do so. It tells you that FH is parallel to JM. Carson, I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to extend those lines. So here's F and H, and here is Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. Okay? Now, it tells you that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And I think what we're going to have to do there is use some congruent sups to get to that. And then it also tells you that FH is congruent to JM. So if I can get these dotted angles to be equal by congruent supplements, and I know that those are congruent by given, I'm thinking angle side angle on this one. How could I prove that that angle is congruent to that angle? Well, let me draw my transversal. So above M goes like that-ish. Now I can see it. Look. How can I prove that is congruent to this, Carson? Well, we know that these are parallel lines.
They are alternate exterior.
Very good. Alternate exterior angles. All right, I think I'm ready to go. Here we go.
Let's get this started.
1. We got FH. Notice that I'm growing up in my older age, and I'm not squiggling the givens anymore, because you squiggle the givens and it screws you up. JM is is parallel to FH. Angle 1 congruent to angle 2, and FH is congruent to JM. All of that is given. Two. Well, I'm going to say angle 2 is sup to angle GFH, and I'm going to say angle 1 is sup to angle KMJ. Okay? Well, how is angle 1 related to angle 2, Carson? And girls and boys, if two angles are supplementary to the same angle, then how are those two angles related to each other? Oh my gosh, you guys are getting so smart. I love it. So I'm going to say that angle GFH is congruent to KMJ. Very good, Carson. And my reason is? Good. Good, Jocelyn. So hold on. Step 2 I skipped. This is assumed from diagram. Right? We can assume supplementary.
Yep.
And then congruent sup theorem. Okay? Alright, now I'm carrying it over here. Got a double T chart. Step 4. Well, now I'm going to go to this diagram here. Angle FHG is congruent to angle what?
It was
KHM. Very good. And my reason? You already said this before, Carson. What is it?
Alternate.
Alternate exterior angles congruent if lines are parallel. All right. Now we got the triangles, right?
Oh, we got the angles, yeah.
So now I can say triangle FHG. I went with FHG, whatever. Let me make sure I get the order right here. Is congruent to triangle KJM? No, MJK. And my reason is angle side angle. Step 6, GH. ViewSonic. Throwback. GH is congruent to what? JK. Not JK. That's CPCTC. And finally, GJ
Don't we need to do addition top first?
must be congruent to KH, and that would be segment addition property. Boom!